another Zuffa boxing prospect. I think Callum's got a fight coming up, but is that something you'd like to match up, these sort of fights already?
Well, the fortunate thing for Callum is everybody wants to fight him, and there's lots of great matchups for him, so we'll get it figured out.
Is this where we're starting to see the Zuffa boxing plan take shape, right? You've got guys that you're bringing in, they're having performances, and then they will start matching up with each other based on the names they've already produced.
Yeah, I mean, when the best fight the best, that's what everybody wants to see. A great card, top to bottom, with lots of up-and-coming prospects, lots of undefeated guys fighting undefeated guys. Nobody has to worry about being cut or their money being changed with a loss. And, that's how it works.
Was that Oscar De La Hoya said that was it, right? It was contractually...
What did Oscar De La Hoya say?
I think I'm right.
Nothing smart.
I think he said that you could alter their pay if they lose a fight here in Zuffa boxing.
Why would you even quote Oscar De La Hoya? I mean...
We have the same name. I get excited sometimes, you know what I mean? You were about to take this show on the road to England, to Bournemouth, with a travelling show for the first time. What is the thought process behind that? Why did you pick Bournemouth, and talk to us about going on the road for the first time?
What's the question?
You're taking Zuffa boxing to the UK.
Right,
Talk to us about that process.
Yeah, I mean, we have an incredible Sky deal, so we're going to do a lot of fights over in the UK.
Do you feel like that's going to be one of your major markets?
Realistically, over the last, 15, 20 years, boxing has become a European sport. I mean, it definitely doesn't have the same power it had in the United States in the 90s and early 2000s.
I'm going to be a bit cheeky with this one. Being that you are promoting Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, can you tell us where that fight will be taking place?
Where will it be taking place?
Where will the Joshua Fury fight take place?
I'm going to leave this one alone. Apparently, I'm not the promoter for that fight, according to some guys.
I saw Frank Warren also was asked about it yesterday, and he said that in Tyson Fury's contract, it specifically says Zuffa Boxing are not allowed to be the promoter of that fight.
Then he must be right. That it?
Yeah. Chris Mannix put out there that Shakur Stevenson is coming over to Zuffa. Is that any validity to that one?
Did we announce that Shakur Stevenson? No? Possibly. Listen, at the end of the day, I think that everybody's going to be here at Zuffa Boxing.
Including Devin Haney after his dad put out that cryptic $100 million contract message?
I think that everybody's going to be at Zuffa Boxing eventually.
Is that a Shakur Devin one day?
Well, what I said was last night, too, I said, at the end of 2026, right? I mean, most of you guys were here for the first press conference that we had. I said, judge us by our body of work as we head into 27. So, yeah. I don't know why I would say things that weren't true or, I mean, look at what we've done in just 4 months. Look at tonight. And look at how these guys are fighting right now. I mean, tonight was a great card, and they're only going to get better. And what starts to happen is when you start from the bottom up and you start to build your way up, you then have all these built-in storylines. And now you already have guys calling out other guys inside our universe here, and this is how it all works and how it all starts. And we want everybody. We want everybody to fight here. So, but what's funny is, we talk about, expanding on the Ali Act. All the guys that are fucking bitching about it are English guys who don't fall under the Ali Act. Find that very fascinating. Other than De La Hoya. And him showing up at that thing was the greatest fucking thing that could have ever happened. I hope he shows up at everything, and I hope he brings the fucking WBC guy with him next time. That would have been fucking double good. So, yeah, I like Oscar showing up to this kind of shit. The best. You done with me?
Dana, there was an interview done on Fight Hub. A guy that you like, and I know that you're friends and you respect, Roy Jones Jr.,
Yep.
kind of came out and was saying about what these changes, it's going to erase history. that you have to kiss these guys' ass to get fights. Does that kind of hurt that a guy I know that you respect and are friends with has kind of came out and it seems like he's talking against what you guys are trying to create?
No, I think everybody's going to have opinions, and especially the traditional guys who came up the way that they did. I don't know whose ass you got to kiss around here to get fights. Probably got to be Ish or Harrison or somebody. But I think that if you asked any of the, when Roy says something like you got to kiss their ass to do this and that, I think that if you asked any of the fighters, they would tell you that we treat them very well, treat them like professional athletes, and any of the interactions that I've had through Ish and Harrison has been nothing but respectful, and so I don't know where that's coming from, but I do like Roy, and but everybody's entitled to their opinions, and I'm sure when you come into a business and you start to cause disruption, you're going to ruffle some feathers. It's going to happen.
Just a question to take you back to the event last night. It was a great event that you had out there in Newark. All the crazy shit that happened with Hamzat and Strickland, is it still pretty cool about the sport and the nature of the sport that you can have two guys that seem like they absolutely hate each other, but then when they get done throwing fists at each other, there was a lot of respect? And did you like to see that? And do you feel like you don't have to worry about those two right now, maybe if they're in the same room?
Well, one of the many things that I love about combat sports is, the unique type of badass, mentally, physically, and emotionally, that you have to be to compete in this sport. And when you look at all the things that were said by those two leading up to that fight, normal people like us can never even imagine what it must feel like when you have to walk out of that tunnel and then go, deliver in front of the entire world. It's part of what makes combat sports so unique and badass, and the athletes that compete here, amazing. If you look at everything that was on the line tonight for Boachuk and Mosley Jr., and they went in there and they just fucking went at it, and Shane walks out the way that he did tonight. It's awesome. There's just nothing like combat sports, the best sport in the world, and yeah. I highly doubt that we have a new and improved Sean Strickland. I'll believe it when I see it, but I'm not buying it.
I was just going to ask that. It seemed at the end of the night, granted, his nose looked like it was broken, but it looked like he was a mellowed out version of Sean Strickland. Do you think we're going to see a little bit different, Sean? He came out in the week and apologized.
I think going through what they both went through leading up to this fight, I think that night, all the emotion comes out after the win, and yes, he broke his nose in the first round. I think that was. We saw that much of Sean Strickland last. I don't know how long that will last. If that's where he's headed now, nobody's happier than me. I promise you that. But I'm not buying it.
Thanks, Data.
All right.
Conor Ben's been calling out Ryan Garcia. Being that Ryan is with Golden Boy, how would a fight like that be made?
Our position and philosophy is that any fight can be made. This is the business that we're in. Even the guys that are bitching and crying and complaining and everything else, they run a business. They're involved in this sport to make money, and there are very small windows of opportunity. And when something happens that builds a fight, you have to capture that fight right there at the time and in the moment. So I don't believe that any deals can't get done.
Would that Conor Ben and Ryan Garcia fight, would that be like on a Ring magazine card if that does take place? Or would it be?
I don't know. Listen, if we get it done, we'll announce it and we'll tell you how it came together. But anything is possible.
Dana, I know you're not surprised that the Mayweather-Pacquiao is no longer happening at the Sphere. It's probably going to be T-Mobile. But did they ever reach out to you about the mechanics and logistics of the Sphere? Since you're the only one that ever went there.
No.
And last for me, the regardless of
it's a good idea that I love the Sphere, but great idea to move it. they would have got murdered.
Right on. And last for me, even though we're getting it a little bit past its prime, regardless of who promotes it, with the losses to Joshua and Tyson losing, is that one kind of like 5-6 years too late, or does it still do good numbers across the pond maybe?
I think that any time that you have, two big, powerful heavyweights, and leading into fights, people can bitch about a fight and say, this fight is 5-10 years too late, this is that. As fans and media, everybody bitches, but guess what? Everybody's going to watch it.
Couldn't agree more. Thank you, sir. And congrats on a great night of fights.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You done with me? Thanks, guys. Have a great night.
What's going on, everybody?
What's up, Shane? Congratulations on your win tonight.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Of course, it was an incredible performance. How are you feeling right now, headlining in your debut under the Zuffa boxing banner?
I feel incredible. Like, wow. I feel like I'm on a high. I was in the back like, I just did that. Wow. Let's go.
That is amazing. I love that. You deserve to feel that. Is this now a new place that this is your home now, Zuffa Boxing?
I would hope so. I feel like it's my home. I hope they feel the same way.
I think they definitely do.
Let's go.
You talked about power boxing, and that's something that you got from your dad and your grandfather. Yes. Was that the fight you expected to have tonight? Is you using and showcasing your power boxing?
I wanted to go out there and box, but when I got in there, I was feeling like, okay, I gotta set the tone. I gotta make sure that he knows that I'm not gonna cower or I'm afraid of him, because I feel like he thrives off of that. And so I started to mix it up in the third, fourth round. And then when I heard him in the last couple seconds of the fourth round, I was like, you know what, I gotta see what that is. I gotta see if there's still something in there. Still staying athletic, still moving, still being crafty, but letting them feel these punches.
Was that something that you worked on in preparation or kind of planned for, having to use that?
Absolutely. We knew that in a boxing match, a fight might break out, and you might need that. So, and that's what happened. A fight broke out, and I need to let them know I'm willing to fight.
I love that. And you said that you noticed he was coming in a lot with his head. He was, you coming in with his head. Was that something that you, did you ever feel get hit with, made you nervous?
A little bit, and that's why Thomas Taylor kept on telling me get off his head, because when he would come in with his head, I would just pull him down. Mm-hmm. And he was like, hey, get off his head, get off his head. But if he's putting his head in my chest and my face, I'm not going to let him headbutt me, so I'm going to pull him off.
Absolutely. I know you came into this fight confident within yourself and your preparation.
Yes.
Was the finish something that you seen coming?
I saw in the fourth round, I could hurt him. and especially that's kind of early. You know, I was like, okay, I could really hurt him. So let me see, and then kept on keeping that right hand on him, and it was working.
Was there anything about him that surprised you tonight?
No, everything that he brought to the table, I knew that he was going to bring, and yeah, I was ready.
And I know you're calling for Walsh. Dana was just here, and he said that he also wouldn't mind the matchup.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure you had a chance to see, but the Greek fighter Katz, who just won tonight,
Yeah.
he was calling for the winner of the main event.
Okay.
Is that a matchup you'd be interested in as well?
Yeah, I mean, we got to talk about everything. I mean, I'm not afraid of anybody. I fought a whole bunch, so I'm willing to fight whoever. But if that's the case, cool. If I fight Callum, great. I'm happy to be here at Zuffa Boxing. They're keeping us moving, keeping us going, and they're putting on great fights. I mean, obviously.
Yes. How many more times would you like to fight before the year's end?
One or two, at least one. I mean, two would be great. One.
Amazing. Well, congratulations, champ. I look forward to seeing what you do under the Zuffa banner.
Thank you so much.
Great performance tonight. You did get the bonus, the performance of the night bonus.
Let's go.
Yeah, so.
Hey, babe, happy Mother's Day.
So, with getting that performance of the night bonus, do you feel like you made a statement tonight, or you just sent out a warning shot?
I think I made a statement. I mean, how many people have ever knocked out Boachuk? Me and Brandon Adams. You know, so look at that. I think that's awesome, and I think I made a statement.
With this fight too, do you feel like this fight changed your career, or just put it on a new path?
I think it highlighted my career. It highlighted who I am. I've taken losses. I've come back. I've had great performances, and I'm resilient. I keep on getting better. I keep on getting better and better and better. So, and that's what you want to see. If you're in here, you want to be the best. I came here to this promotion so that I could be the first Zuffa middleweight champion, and that's what I want to be, and that's what I want to do, and I'm going to do that.
What would you like to tell everybody that doubted you coming into this fight?
I really ain't got nothing to say to you. I don't care. It don't matter to me. Like, if you doubt me, cool. It's not about you. It's about me. It's my career. So if you doubt my career, thanks for thinking about me. But I'm fighting for my family. I'm fighting for my legacy. I'm fighting for me. And so that's what I care about.
Well, great performance tonight, and congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Shane, congrats on the win.
Thank you.
My man, Shane Mosley being on the poster, Shane Mosley being on the headliner for the Las Vegas trip, that's just another day at the office. But where do you put this one as you continue to carve out your legacy away from the senior versus junior?
I mean, this is my first time ever having Shane Mosley Jr. versus anybody. This is the first time ever. So for me, this is big. And to be headlining, to see it on the UFC broadcast, to see it all over, Dana White posting in it, it's incredible for me. You know what I mean? It took me just about 11 to 12 years to get this moment. And I'm reveling in it. I took advantage of it, and I'm putting on the best performance that I possibly can, and I'm going to continue to do that.
What does that say about Zuffa, that they understand that after almost 30 fights, that you've been matched up tough? It was never no easy road, that this is almost like your reward to where they recognize your hard work and effort?
I really appreciate them. I'm so thankful for them. Nobody was giving me opportunities like this, and they saw the value in me. They saw what I brought to the table, and if it weren't for them, we wouldn't have saw this type of performance.
It's awesome, man. And last for me, got to give you your flowers. You outworked somebody. You out-hustled somebody. You outfought their fight like you really were trying to prove something. Yeah. Who did you prove it to tonight?
I proved it to me. I proved it to my family. I proved it to my kids that I'm fighting for them. I'm fighting for who they feel like they could be, right? I'm showing my kids that through adversity, through loss, through struggle, through pain, if you really work hard, you can make anything of yourself. And that's why I'm going for that Zuffa championship.
Can't wait to see it. Congratulations, sir.